One thing that they can't determine the next move, and that's God's move, because he's always going to do what's right, and he's going to make sure that justice prevails.
Next step, what a Port Arthur teacher plans to do after the school board votes not to renew her contract. Good evening, I'm Kelly Phillips.
And I am Greg Kerr. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Tonight, a Port Arthur teacher learned she's out of a job for next year. The Port Arthur School Board decided not to renew Ruby Gunner's contract for the next school year.
KFDM's Justin Hinton was there, and Justin, this has been a very long process.
It has, Kelly. Ruby Gunner was accused of pushing, hitting, and choking a student in 2013. After about a year, it went to trial. A jury found her not guilty of injury to a child, but the district proposed non-renewal of her contract. She appealed and had a hearing. The hearing officer recommended non-renewal, and tonight the board upheld the recommendation. But Gunner says it's not over yet.
Else. Well, they can look for a lawsuit. They knew that when they entered this agreement. When they made their decision, they already knew that. But if they want to go with the lies and they want to go with the corrupted people, so be it.
A different Ruby Gunner left the school board meeting room from the one who arrived about an hour earlier, as she sat and listened to oral arguments by the school district's attorney, Melody Chappell.
You're not here to protect bad teachers. You're here for the children.
She disagreed with many things that were said, that is, until her attorney made her way to the podium.
The reality is that you are here and being asked to terminate Ms. Ruby Gunner's teaching career.
While her supporters sat in the room and commented throughout the process, board members started asking questions and for clarity to determine what decision they should reach.
How did the fight start?
My issue is that 45-minute lull when I have an adult who should have known better.
You brought up some points about what happened with her in 2005, 2006, and 2007. That's going to have no bearing whatsoever with me.
Ultimately, the board decided unanimously not to renew her contract for teaching students next year.
And I congratulate this board in voting 7-0 to protect this child.
Hopefully there will be another opportunity for Ms. Gunner to save her reputation and to rise above this, because that's the kind of person she is.
For Gunner, that means suing the district.
And everybody else that's involved with it.
As far as Gunner's immediate next steps, with either retiring or looking for another job, she says she hasn't decided. She says she's leaving it in God's hands. Kelly?